Okay, we are recording. So hi there, welcome to BellaGracie Soapworks. I'm Angela. I want to be making some bath truffles today, and this is what they look like when they're finished. That one is called Alien. This one is the Champagne. Can you see them? Here is Lavender, and this one is Love Spell. I almost forgot. So they are bath melts or bath truffles, and basically you put them in a hot bathtub and crumble them up, and they fizz like a bath bomb and they make bubbles, and then at the end you have this wonderful fragrance and rich with cocoa butter. So I decorate them real pretty just because everybody needs a little pretty in their life, right? Look at that one. I don't know if you can see how pretty that one is. I'm going to try to zoom in. This is all new to me, so you're going to have to bear with me as I learn how to work this camera. Isn't that pretty? I love the sparkles. Hope you can see it. Anyway, that is what we're going to work on today. So let me get all the ingredients together for you and show you what we're going to do. I'll be right back. Okay, and we're back. Now here in this container I've got some citric acid and some baking soda, and if you look at the citric acid, sometimes you get these big chunks. You just want to kind of break them up a little bit because they just kind of get in the way of things. They don't mix as nicely as they should. And just sort of mix it up a little bit. We're going to add some other ingredients, and I'll show you how we mix it in just a minute. These dollar store jugs are great because the citric acid will scratch. Eventually I've got some glass jugs that are all scratched up from citric acid, so I just decided dollar store. Alright, I'll be right back. Okay, so one of the things I wanted to show you, I use salt in my bath truffles, and I get it from the grocery store. Not your ordinary table salt though. Trying to get you the picture. There you go. Not ordinary table salt. They have, you can get this from like Food City. I don't know if you have those where you're at, or Food for Less. And there's two different kinds, so I want to show you the difference. This one I got at first, and they're like $1 a bag, so they're really cheap. And it's coarse, and it's really coarse. I don't know if you can see it, but it's really chunky. And when I went back to get it the second time, because I was going to get like 1,000,000 bags, they didn't have it. They had just gotten a new shipment, and they had it everywhere of this, which is iodized, and I thought, I don't know if that's going to work or not. It still says coarse, but if you look at it, it's really a nice texture, really a nice consistency. Here, let me get this so you can see the difference. Can you see it? There you go. Anyway, so I started using this, and it doesn't make any kind of difference at all. Actually, it's a little better because it mixes in. And I use the coarse now just to sprinkle on top for decorations, or sometimes I'll tint it with micas or botanicals and put it on top to make things pretty. So if you use the same type of recipe that I do and you use salt, go to your neighborhood Food City, because it's so cheap. It's a kilo bag. It's a great big bag, and you can make a lot out of this one bag. So okay, that's a good handy tip for you, right? Alright, let me get the other ingredients ready and we'll get to mixing. Hang on, I'll be right back. Okay, so one of the other ingredients that I use in my bath truffles is sodium lauryl sulfoacetate. Can you see it? No, you cannot. There it is. That is how you spell that big word. And you can get it online. It's kind of expensive. You don't have to use this. It just adds that bubbly factor. If you just want this to be like a bath melt where you just get the fizzy part and then the fragrance and the cocoa butter, then you don't need this part. I like to add it because it gives you all those nice big fluffy bubbles. But again, it's not necessary, and it is kind of costly, so there's that. And next we're going to melt cocoa butter and get our fragrance in there, and we should be good to go. Okay, so right now what I'm doing is I am warming up my cocoa butter in the microwave. I put it on a reduced setting. I think I have it on power 7 or 8, and I only do it for like 50 seconds at a time, just because I don't want it to get overheated because it's like a funky smell. So I love the smell of cocoa butter, but if you've ever warmed it up too quick, you know that it can smell pretty nasty. So take your time on it, and while you're waiting for that, I'm just stirring to make sure I'm trying to get all the lumps out of here. I put gloves on because these are for resale, so I don't want to be handling stuff with my hands. Try to keep things as sanitary and clean as possible. And then, next thing, this is going to be a blue one. I've got Brambleberries Blue Slushy Mica. And it's such a pretty color. And typically you don't want to use a lot. You just want to use the barest of minimum to get the color. And you want to make sure that they're all skin safe and that you're not going to turn somebody blue or turn their bathtub blue. Nobody wants to take a nice, long, leisurely bath just to have to then go and scrub the bathtub with, like, scouring powder and elbow grease. No fun. Alright, so I'm going to put a little bit more of that in, and since this is blue, and blue is notorious for turning people blue and bathtubs, I'm actually going to put some polysorbate 80 in, which is going to hold that color, emulsify it into the product so that hopefully, not hopefully, so that you don't end up looking like a Smurf after your bath. So I'm going to go and get some of that because I don't have it here now, and I'm going to turn the microwave on for another minute, and then I promise we're getting close. Just hang in there. I'll be right back. Okay, if you see over here is my cocoa butter, which is still, can you see that? It's still got chunks in it, but I'm going to leave it sit here for a minute and let it keep heating up while I start mixing in the fragrance and the polysorbate. I use this from, it's polysorbate 80. I get it online. I don't think there's much difference from brand to brand. I could be wrong, but I just try to look for stuff that's the most cost effective. And I'm just adding in a spoonful just because I don't want to Smurf people reviewing my product and saying that I made a lot of extra work for them. So it's really kind of gooey stuff. There we go. I'll set that to the side. And today I want to use fresh linen. I thought that would be a good choice for the blue color. This came from Wholesale Fragrance House. I think I got this on eBay. I spent a lot of time on eBay. A lot of time. Anyway, I really like it. It smells amazing. And I have a little pipette here. And I typically give about 4 mils. You can pretty much smell if it's getting to be too much. And it's nice to have that fragrance in your bath, but you don't want the whole house to smell like it because a bath is personal, you know? You want to enjoy your private little zen, like my daughter-in-law says, her own private zen. So that should be plenty. Oh, it smells really good. And we're just going to mix that in there. See how pretty that blue is? And you're going to see that we really want to smash it in there and get all that kind of, every little particle in there, get it exposed and absorbing that wonderful fragrance and the polysorbate, and getting all the, I put oatmeal in here, ground oatmeal, citric acid, baking soda. It's just a really nice recipe. I mean, you can use any recipe you want. Pretty much there's a million of them out there. This is just the one I happen to like really well. So look how pretty that is. Oh, just so pretty. Okay. Now, and the trick is you cannot be skimping on the cocoa butter, because that is, I'll tell you, once you take one of these baths, you will never want to shower again. I actually wrote that on the Facebook post. I said, I will never shower again. That's not to say I won't bathe. Anyway, okay. So here is our cocoa butter, and I like to take my cup and try to avoid some of those and fill it till it is actually over the limit a little bit, over the line, because I just want to make sure that you really get the full cocoa butter experience. So get some of that. Move over. unmelted person. There we go. So right over the, see how it just went over the curve? That is the way I want to see it. And I've got gloves on because the same thing like I told you that the citric acid will etch your glass. Yeah, it kind of etches your fingers after a while too. So if you ever end up working with this, like with your hands, because you can get in there with your hand, there's nothing that's toxic in here at all. You can just get here in your hands and just work it around. But then you'll notice that your manicure is gone, that your fingers are feeling a little tender. So just do yourself a favor and just get in there with a spoon and wear gloves, especially for resale, like I said. And you want to get in there, really stir it up good, because on the bottom you're going to find a lot of dry stuff. Watch when I turn it over, you can see all that dry stuff there. Yeah, that makes for a crappy truffle when you go to package them up, you know, when you go to form them. So just spend the time. And these will take a little while to set up because cocoa butter, you know, it's slow. You want to melt it slow, and it'll cool off slowly as well. So once you mold these, you just want to leave them alone. You don't want to touch them for at least overnight, so that cocoa butter really gets a chance to firm up. And then that's when you can have fun with the decorating. And I use all kinds of stuff. Sometimes fresh botanicals, well, fresh dried rather. Sometimes I use more salt, like I told you, that's been tinted or colored in some manner. Sometimes I'll make a little drizzle out of this stuff just to really get it, you know, a contrasting color so it looks like icing. And I drizzle it on the top. I add little soap flowers that I make. You can do whatever you like. Just use your imagination and have fun with it. Alright, so I'm going to go get some freezer paper right now. This looks really mixed up nicely. See that? If you see, it's going to hold together really nicely. So I'm going to go get some freezer paper and a hard board so I can move things around. And we'll start forming these, so I'll be right back. Okay, we are ready to start forming. I'm not exactly sure how I can do this and be still in the picture, so you're going to have to bear with me if my arm gets in the way. So I just take my third cup and I fill it up with my spoon and just really pack it in there, you know, just really pack it in there well. And then I give it an extra little push with my hand like that. You want these tight. And then whap it on the table, and that one did not turn out very nice. So let's try it again. It's actually because I'm using the same cup that I used for my cocoa butter, so it's a little sticky. So let's try it one more time. And that is you. Smush it in there. Push it in really tight. Give it a push. Let's see if I don't mess it up this time. And it'll really compact. Ready? Cross your fingers. Can she do it? Here we go. Let's not be so aggressive this time. Let's see. Come on. Come on, baby. You can do it. Here it is. Perfect. Perfect. All right. So this recipe is going to make, I don't know, maybe 11, 8. I don't remember. I just usually double it, but today I wanted to make a quick video and show you how these look while they're done. House smells great. It smells like fresh linen with a touch of cocoa butter. Come on. There we go. Gotta get that bang just right. Usually I master the bang when I've got like one left. One left to do. I think these are, I mean, you can use them just like this, but without any other decoration. But I gotta tell you, that's the fun part. So I kind of always want to rush through these, which I know you don't want to do that. You just want to make sure that you spend a lot of time and get good quality products. Make sure they're molded beautifully and with no, you know, crumbles off of them or no sharp, you know, divots or weird edges. But the fun part comes when you start to decorate them. That's when you really can use your creativity. Come on out. Beautiful. Beautiful. So yeah, welcome to my first video. This is the first one I've ever done, and like I told you before, my name's Angela, and I own and operate BellaGracie Soapworks. We've got a website. I always say we, but it's me. I've got a website, I've got a Facebook page. I sell in different retail places, and I'm getting ready to go into a new one. I can't wait. In Prescott, Arizona. I am in Arizona. So let me know where you all are, in the comments below. Tell me, I'd love to know where you're watching from, and if you have any comments, I'd love to hear them. I will send you pictures. I keep trying to update Facebook and Instagram and the website. But I'll tell you, all this high-tech stuff is not my strong suit, and it takes me away from making soap. So I don't post as often as I should, but I'm having a lot of fun learning it. And if there's any Instagram gurus out there, please come over and teach me how to do it. I kind of suck at it. So I guess this is going to be the last one. We only got 7 out of this. Oh, it's because I'm used to making the double batches, that's why. So I'm going to scoop all that goodness. And it's really funny. Whenever I finish a batch, if there's like little crumbs, you can see little crumbs left in the bottom of the bowl. Yeah, I just automatically go and dump them in my bathtub. So the next time I take a bath, all I do is start running the hot water, and voila, I've got a very fragrant, colorful bath. Oh, that's another thing. These will not color the water in your bathtub. They are not like the bath bombs that you see people. There we go. They're all done. Can you see them? These are not like the bath bombs that people use to make the bath art and everything. These are just really fun, busy, luxurious things. You see that one kind of, I lost a little corner, but these are going to be so decorated. I want to make sure they're perfect. By the time they're done, they will be. So I will come back to you tomorrow, and we will start with some decorating. It should be fun. So thanks so much for watching. Right now, it'll be just a second because I'll press pause, and tomorrow will happen, and I'll start you up again. So we will be decorating next. All right, see you in a bit. Okay, so one last thing before we go to decorating. I just took this bowl to the sink and just going to wash it out, and see how bubbly it is? It does turn a little bit blue. Can you see the water? It's pretty. It's pretty, but this is just a little teeny bowl. But when you use hot water and you agitate it, not only does it fizz, but look at those fabulous bubbles. Look at this. So it just makes for a marvelous, marvelous bath. I just want to jump in this little tub. Yeah, it's great for all your dry bits. All right, I will see you in a little bit. We'll be decorating. Okay, we are back. As you can see, I put these cute little puffs on my tray. These are going to be the decoration that goes on top of each of the little truffles. Got little Tiffany blue sprinkles on them. Aren't they cute? Little soap puffs that I made. And also in this little bowl here, what I've got is I just added a little citric acid, a little baking soda, and a touch of fragrance. And basically I'm going to add more cocoa butter and make a drizzle for the tops of these. So let me get that stirred up and show you how that looks. It is not going to take as much cocoa butter as the truffles, but we want it to be thin so that it will pour. So, and I added a little tiny bit of fragrance. So this is not going to be completely white, but it'll be pretty close. And I'm sorry the light is so bad. I have to work on that, I know. And now this stuff, since there's not a lot to keep it warm, it will set up pretty quickly. So you're going to really kind of want to be ready. And as you can see, it's still not loose enough, so I'm going to need to add in some more cocoa butter. I want it to be nice and flowy like icing. So let's add some more. Let's see if we can just, oops, let's go right from the container. And now, and this will dry rock hard too, so it looks really pretty, and it's a good way to attach your little soap puffs or whatever other decorations you want. And I'm going to actually pop this, I think, in the microwave. Maybe if I can warm it up a little bit, because it's still not quite, see what I mean? It's not going to, it's going to clump, not drizzle. So let me go put this in the microwave for just a second. I'll be back. Okay, so we've got it. It looks a lot looser. And so all I'm going to do is just take a little spoonful, and I'm just going to run it across like you're drizzling on a cake. And I'm not doing such a good job, am I? Let's try this again. I want to kind of get it to splatter. I like that splattery look, but got to try to keep them on. Let's try it this way. Oh, that's better. Try to keep it on the truffle itself and not only on the paper. Which, it's not so bad. Each one looks a little bit different, and if there's any imperfections, now's your chance to kind of put a little dab across the top, and you can sort of decorate them the way you like. I think they look so pretty when they have that extra little touch. And okay, does that look good to you guys? You need more? All right, so then we're going to take one of the puffs, and we're just going to pick a spot, set it down. There we go. Some of them already have enough, like this one over here. I'll just plunk it down, because it will harden up and it will sit so nice and tight. Because that's the worst thing, you know. You spend all this time making something pretty, and then when you go to package it, for instance, or somebody goes to use it. I lost my battery for a second, but aha, I was ready for you. Okay, new battery. Here we go. So we've got just one more to do here, it looks like, and there we go. You know me, well, you don't know me, I'm new to you, but I like things over the top. So let's get a little bit of glitter, and let's see, I've got my choice here. Where's my glitter shakers? No glitter shakers. Where are they? You're not having glitter. Oh, there it is. I just want to add a little bit extra sparkle, just a little bit, just to kind of. This is just a salt shaker full of that sparkly snowflake dust, and just put them on the top. Oh, I love that. It looks so pretty. Put them on top of the little soapy puffs, just so everybody gets a good dose. And there you have it. So let's zoom in on one of them. I can't pick them up yet because they're too damp. So let's see if I can get one in focus for you. Let's see what you think. Are they pretty? I love that Tiffany blue, the sprinkles. By the way, I found those, of all places, 99-cent store. They had so many colors. I kind of lost my mind. I think I bought every single color they had. Oh, there's a good shot right there. I hope you can see the glitter. It's really pretty. So, okay, well that is it for the first video. I hope you liked it. Please do me the favor, since I'm new here, give me a big thumbs up and like my channel and subscribe. I want to try to do these every day or so. And please go see BellaGracie Soapworks website, or Facebook or Instagram. And thanks so much for watching, and I look forward to talking with you again. Bye.